Seems like the teams do not want to deal with that one. Bazaar.youth immediately want to swatch it up a bit, you know, see what else is on the makings.
This does let loose the Earth Spirit, and what else have they banned out in the past as well? I think it was
10 seconds remaining.
Oh man, it's completely escaping me now. But it was some strange ban that they made. Do you remember it, Bren?
Reserve time.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. But that was the second ban though. I'm thinking of the first ban phase. What did they ban instead of Slardar? And
good question. I don't know.
I think if we were smart casters, we probably would have taken note of these before the
I'm not
game
intelligent.
start.
Centaur Warrunner, what a surprise. First pick. Seen some good success with the Centaur. Initiating in, stomping him, return, you know, tanking it up, putting in the work.
Has it seen good success? I think both of these teams now who've had the Centaur Warrunner have lost.
10 seconds
That's because the enemy team had the Slardar, you know.
So now it's all going to change.
5 seconds remaining.
To be fair, we saw some fat. It was the Darkseer who put in a lot of work as well that last game.
Ah, yes.
Vacuum into the combos. HY having honestly, his game sense is impeccable. He just knows when the Sunstrikes are going to be coming in. Stacking up on top of them when he needed to, and the positioning, really good. Lone Druid finding some play. That's going to be, I guess, a 1v1 min matchup against the Shadow Fiend. Interesting, the Shadow Fiend is going to be the second pick here.
Yeah, I think this is just a hard ban from the last game. They've had such a bad taste from that previous game that I don't want any Slardars or Life Stealers, and we're going to even double down on this. I mean, by taking the Disruptor and the Shadow Fiend ourselves, there's no resemblance. We're not going to get any post-traumatic stress from that previous game. No flashbacks. New game.
Yeah, well, now we're going into the bans once again. It's pretty late. I didn't realize how late it was.
Wow,
9 PM. I need to go to bed.
Oh yeah, I'd say that's late for you.
I've got to get up at midnight.
That's fine. You got your 6 hours. It depends if this goes into like a 2-hour game.
God, imagine.
Radiant team's turn to ban.
Pretty funny. Kotl ban. So this entire series so far will be devoid of a Kotl, even though we've seen the majority of it coming out in this Kiev major open qualifier.
10 seconds remaining.
I'm gonna do my best impression from that guy from Dark Souls. You know, the one that makes the noise.
I know exactly who you're talking about. The guy, the onion bro.
Yeah.
Reserve time.
Thinking about these next bans. Gonna be mid heroes, isn't it, from Bazaar.youth? They're gonna be wanting to ban out mids, I imagine. Possibly get rid of. Oh no, actually, because they've got Lone Druid mid.
Yeah,
so.
no. Well, Lone Druid could be mid. I would even have him off lane still if you really want to.
To be honest, yeah.
Have him. The only thing you can't put him on is probably a support.
Turn to ban.
Still, they ban out the TA, suspecting that the Lone Druid is going to be in the lane.
It's probably the most best in the safe lane out of all the positions you could put him in. Again, this Ursa Warrior, I think that was what was banned out the first time before by Bazaar.youth.
Yeah, not big fans of the Ursa.
So if you're playing Shadow Fiend in your pub, again, visualise for me, Brent. Now, which hero would you not like to see in that mid lane with you?
5 seconds
well, they banned out the TA, that would be my first guess. Secondly, probably Ember Spirit, which is already banned out from the enemy team.
Reserve time.
So, guess Invoker is pretty much the reliable choice for Whitefriars, right? SSS playing the Invoker.
Yep.
But I don't mind playing against Invoker as a Shadow Fiend player, so...
What about Tinker?
Tinker is a big option, actually. I hate playing against Tinker as Shadow Fiend. Could be an option. We haven't really seen it, have we?
Ooh, the Earth Spirit coming out for Bazaar.youth. That was, I think, a earlier ban from Once Upon a Time, but... I know, I think Shadow Fiend is equipped to somewhat deal with the Tinker. It's just annoying, that's all. Where you have to kind of force to keep using your razors, and you're feeling the squeeze of that through your magic. Available mana to you. So,
5 seconds remaining.
And I could see the Tinker working out because it can TP a lot onto the bear as well, I think.
Reserve time.
Or is that? I'm not sure. Can you TP onto the bear as a creep with the?
Counts as a hero.
Okay.
I believe. Don't quote me on that.
It's in a weird group called it's like Hero Creep or something like that. Where, but I doubt you can TP onto it until you've got the level 2 boots. Boots of travel. But I don't think they'll pick out the mid lane this early anyway. I think it's very good to go away from your cores for a little bit and go back to your supports, because you don't want to get completely shut out where you really need a particular core and you've already used all your slots. And
right. Yeah.
What's this hero? Is this a new hero, Bren?
Interesting. I actually seen Whitefriars Gaming play Warlock a few times, but they've only just busted it out now. Chaotic Offering, they got some big plays out of the Chaotic Offering into like Vax and Static Storms, things like that. Obviously, the Disruptor not available to them. I don't think they're going to be picking a
5 seconds remaining.
Darkseer into this composition that they're running, because obviously they've got the Centaur Warrunner to run in the offlane. But still, Warlock, big pick. Be looking at, I think, the position 4 heroes now for the next hero. How do you feel about the Nyx? For Whitefriars Gaming.
The Nyx for Whitefriars Gaming, I would stray away from it, especially if you've got a Warlock as well. I think you need some more reliable crowd control. I know you've got Centaur Warrunner, but it's even then that's not super reliable. You need the Beastmaster coming out from Bazaar.youth.
It's an AoE stun if I've ever seen one. And I think that will discourage the position 1 Weaver again. Even though Weaver's been banned, so that's a stupid comment to make, but... 5
seconds remaining.
Well, Beastmaster gives them some vision options, which the team is lacking a little bit. Gives them some push as well. So they could maybe bring this game to an end at an earlier point, maybe towards into the mid game, much better as well. And also denies maybe possibilities of having a Ricky as well, like the Ricky was a bit of an issue, I suppose, in the Whitefriars game, first game one, so Beatmaster also deals with that. Can also kite around those golems from Warlock as well with his balls.
What is available here? I'm racking my brain.
You need a support and you need a laner for the Whitefriars Gaming, so they're probably going to pick up a support here, I'd imagine.
Ooh.
Probably an Ogre Magi would be good.
Are you sure they're not going to run the Lone Druid mid?
It could.
Possibilities there for a position 1 pick on Whitefriars. I actually would favour Lone Druid on mid against Shadow Fiend compared to...
If you can either go mid or safe lane, it's probably better to leave your mid at the last choice as well, because that can be either a safe lane pick or... Oh, what a profit!
Okay. Roaming, controlling hero, Ogre Magi. Use the stuns. Got a bit of Ignite, bit of Bloodlust as well. Synergizes nicely with the Lone Druid. Now the band's coming out. Let's see. This will give us an insight into Bazaar.youth's sort of thought process here. Are they thinking that the Lone Druid's going to be mid? Or safe lane? I guess it will tell through their bans.
I think they've got to surely predict it. So
Reserve time.
Well, then again, Earth Spirit is will be roaming on that mid a lot. It's pretty much confidently feeling with
essentially you're going to want to ban out what you don't want to see, right?
Lone Druid is good, I suppose. That it's how confident, I guess, to your mid laner. It's like how you're feeling about a Lone Druid matchup.
Tinker, so they're assuming that it is going to be a safe lane, but I wonder, will it be a safe lane pick for Whitefriars Gaming? Again, this is their ban, so I'm going to be waiting for that one to tick down before they decide what they're going to pick. What do Bazaar really want at this point?
They want a safe lane.
Safe lane, yeah. So Jug's still available. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jug banned.
You need somebody to get to the back line, deal with Lone Druid though. So if they could pick up the Juggernaut, yeah, exactly. He just needs to itemize himself with a Blink Dagger. It's very, very well played by Whitefriars Gaming, taking out that popular option. So we could see a Sniper. I've seen Sniper picked up against Lone Druid. How do you deal with someone with that much range? You get somebody with even bigger range, Bren.
Indeed, that is an option. Normally, I thought you only really see Sniper against the OD, but he's had a few buffs recently to scenes in play against other heroes. So what will we
Reserve
see
time.
as the pick?
We haven't got,
5
we haven't got much
seconds
time as well to
Late
decide.
lane or mid? It's Sniper! You called it, dude! You
Team's turn
called
to
it.
pick.
I like it.
So that's just kind of a block pick for Bazaar as well, knowing that, you know, a sniper would have been good against their lone druid. So taking that option away from them, so you might be really confused over on the Bazaar.youth.
10
Now they might have
seconds
already
remaining.
decided in their head that they're going to go with that. So what do you go with next? You need to get who
5
can.
seconds remaining.
Oh, PA would be good here. She needs.
Jump onto the back.
Yeah, she can close the gap between sniper,
Reserve
between lone
time.
druid, get on top of them. She isn't. She
Good
doesn't
point.
really
Yeah.
about Ogre Magi once she picks up the PK. Aerial. I guess Warlock ult is a bit of a pain.
Decided?
Centaur Warrunner is a bit of a pain as well.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm
That's the
liking
only guy I
it,
can
though.
s- Maybe an anti-mage.
Oh! You said it so quickly. You slipped it in before they picked it. Give you that one. Points for that one. Anti-mage it is. Interesting. Sniper. Ogre Magi, Warlock, Lone Druid, Centaur. These are some hefty lineups that we're seeing. These teams are going to be clashing now for game number 3 to see who is the decider of the Kiev Major Open Qualifier in the Southeast Asian region. Who will be going on to those regional qualifiers to see who has a chance at making it to the Kiev Major. We will find out within moments to come as the game will get going.
Hello, Gaffer. Yes, I would like to quit my job because I'm just the greatest Dota analyst of all time.
10 seconds
Pauline,
remaining.
I'll see you later. Bye bye. Sorry, I just had to make a
5
quick phone
seconds
call there.
remaining.
I'm sorry, I just I'm a little proud. I guess most Dota analysts are just kind of like, oh, yeah.
Dota tweeted I'm unfollowing. I guess he's going to be unfollowing then. Alright, we're seeing immediately, Southeast Asian tradition is that you see the pause immediately. So, no surprises there.
This is all.
See what these players have got queued up actually. This gives us an inkling into what they're going to be buying. Here's a shocker for you. Warlock's going to be Hordes and a courier. Yeah, bit mad, I know, a bit left wing, but standard stuff from these teams.
How do they queue up stuff this quickly? I guess they must have like super PCs in the. Oh, wow, actually, that's quite depressing to think about. These PCs in the LAN cafes are probably better than mine.
Yeah, most likely. That is true. What is Warlock's model doing here? Okay.
Let's
Got a
find
cool
out.
Warlock set.
I'm casting my dressing gown anyway, so who's the real winner?
Maybe not you. I don't know.
So, looking at both of these lineups, let's see here who would win out. Pretty 50-50 in my eyes, I think, when it comes
You
to
think?
the draft. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little worried that because they're running. Oh, actually, no, they've got an anti-mage, haven't they? So maybe slightly towards White Fries. Because I don't think they've got like a lineup curtain. Oh, actually, no, because they could. It depends on how this anti-mage like builds himself. If he builds himself into a combat anti-mage, they could possibly just run them over in the early game and just not let them have a say in the matter the entire game. But if things get pushed out a little bit later, I can see the sniper and lone druid just being a huge pain to deal with. So we might see a combat anti-mage here. Who knows?
WL getting the hell out of there, places a deep ward and immediately backs out. See the sentry once again being placed, going to be blocking that small camp in the lower area. Lane ward placed, again, quite familiar for these teams in these positions. Tried and tested ward right here will give ample vision.
30 seconds to battle.
Kicks off in this first game.
No ward contention, rune contention at all in this third game. There's at least a little bit in these previous games, but
Yeah, again, it's a bit of a risk, isn't it? Because when teams do invade, they leave one rune spot completely open.
yeah, they did it, Bren. They found the HY. Oh wait, no, actually, it's the other way around. HY found their rune. I thought the ward.
Battle starting.
They de-warded it on top. There was
Oh, they did. They did.
He's mine.
Expected it. Okay, well played to them. I mean, WL did give himself away, so they knew there was a ward in the potential area, but well played to them to actually get that D-ward going.
Okay, so it's going to be the babysitter versus babysitter. Earth Spirit versus Ogre. Ogre should win this against this matchup. And the Sniper is just a lot better at assisting out the harassing as well.
Ignite's going to be sent out. It is a battle for the last hits. Top lane meanwhile, SSS getting free reign while Wen just farms up the early levels in the jungle with that early Ion Talon. Nai is going to be coming out. And Druid just slamming home the CS with that free reign.
God, look at this huge pressure. This Tron. This is disgusting to deal with.
Ooh.
I mean, it's only going to get harder as well. I think once he gets stuff like some assassinates online, and especially the shrapnel as well.
Yeah.
He's going to need a constant babysitter, I think, throughout this entire phase. But HY, he's overstepped his boundary.
Could be a beautiful kill if they manage to get it on Tron. Tron has to back off though. Salving up as Big A put in the harassment, and they realised they could not chase that kill.
We noticed they rotated their carry player into the mid lane as well. Big A usually more comfortable in that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see.
So you might see not the, I guess an efficient mid performance. Usually they're used to just hitting creep waves over on these carry safe lane players, but
yeah.
I mean, I think you're a grand finalist. I'm sure he has an accurate understanding of both of the lane mechanics at this point.
What have we here?
I mean, the way Dota goes these days is you often have a support with you in the mid lane. It might as well be the safe lane.
Yeah.
Zhang is eating a ton of damage from this Fatal Bonds. Yang also trying to farm up with these Thunder Strikes. PH wanting to try and contest to the best of his ability. He's going to get ran down by the illusions. It's Big A eating a raise or two. Shrapnel doing a decent amount of damage to Chiang as well.
The lanes are very quiet so far. SS is slightly bugging Wen on the Beastmaster. But I don't think he'll ever get killed, at least not until he gets a bigger bear.
Those roots start to come into play.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tron getting a bit aggressive with the raises. Giving the fight straight to him, but HY is there with the Ignite, going to be running him down. Shrapnel gives him a bit of vision, but the initiation here by WL moves in. Tron might have bitten off a bit more than he can chew. Moves back, gets one raise. Does not have the second one. Going to be trying to dodge and juke the rest of his abilities. Is he going to send that long range rage? No, he is not. WL staves it off once again.
I guess you could see that if it was more of a traditional mid, Big A would actually have a bit more levels there to maybe even get the assassinate earlier in time for that kill, but c'est la vie. It's the issue of having these babysitters and these tide turners in the mid lane. But I think he's going to be happy overall. He is winning on the network. I think all the lanes are really winning with White Prize up right now.
Oh, initiation in the back. Blink will be used here by Zhang, but the Fatal Bonds on the creeps is going to be bringing him reasonably low. Freedom just securing that CS.
You see some of the Fatal Bonds and how much damage it's doing to him as well. They just need to even when he blinks away, he's still feeling all this harass just because they catch him with that Fatal Bonds onto the creep wave.
Double damage.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, he has not itemised at all to deal with this either, unless he's got something coming on the courier. Yeah, he's got a Ring of Health coming now.
A much needed regen coming his way. Salves up as well. Try and bait in the cancel as well. Not quite working out. Big A just getting safely babysit as well in this mid lane. Opting for the 2 Wraith Bands. Be trying to stack those stats. Meanwhile,
rotation onto Lone Druid.
Yeah, absolutely, but too little too late. The bear just roars them away, and that'll be Lone Druid as a happy little chappy.
And Earth Spirit even had a double damage there, so if he could have got on top of him, would have potentially more than likely gone for a kill. Rotation
Bonds.
onto mid.
Rotation onto mid, you are correct in saying that. The raise is popped off. Big game. Very fired. There we go. The Thunder Strike collects the kill. Bit of power damage coming into Chuan here, but he should be able to get out of there with a bit of CS to boot. Much needed kill going away, and that was the first blood as well. Was it Chuan who grabbed? No, it was the Thunder Strike, wasn't it? So he didn't get the first blood gold, but still, definitely needed.
It's a real shame as well, because, oh, actually, they're still chasing this kill.
Shrapnel, that gives them vision. The right click's coming in. HY. All they got to do is run him down. Courier ends up falling as well from the Dire side, which means Radiant,
Dire's middle tower isn't where the last
that gold boost.
How did that Radiant Courier even go down there? Was that... I think that was actually Shadow Fiend who killed that. A bit strange.
Yeah, it was. So that's actually not a bad,
Yeah, that's...
not a bad trade-off.
I mean, it could be... could have been better, but it could be worse.
Yeah. Meanwhile, top SSS picking up Yang. Another route!
What?
That's actually
He's
disgusting.
actually going to get him as well. Oh no!
Forces out the
Wall
saboteur
turnaround.
from Ren. That will be a kill going their way. Oh.
That would have been disgusting if he actually turned that around.
Yeah. Those routes can be painful.
It's a shame Centaur Warrior doesn't have that ulti yet.
Level 5. Just hit it. A
He
bit
would
of
have
time
got-
off
he-
until a level 6.
Would have got level 6 as well if the Warlock maybe.
Assassinate onto Qian. Forcing them back with that harassment.
Were those cracks
Stop.
in Dire's top tower?
Right now. So his regen is hurting just a tiny bit.
A few more bits of gold and he will be grabbing it. He has enough for the bottle. He's finally going to be buying it as well. Meanwhile, SSS rotating to the bottom lane. HY wanting to gain a few levels here and there in the top. Topping it round, just sharing and spreading the XP. Dive in this tower, the tier 1 bottom. You have the ability to do so.
Dire's top tower.
There's only Yang there to defend it, so I think this tower,
Radiant's bottom
whilst it will get fortified up, will most likely be going down. And there we go, SSS claiming it, and a good fatal bonds as well. Going to be bringing Yang quite low.
God, look at all that damage, it's obnoxious. HY, it looks like he wants to set up a kill on this top lane perhaps.
Dire have fortified their structures.
Wen is in quite a defensive position. He's got the Helmet of Dom as well. Very good item to get on the Beastmaster. HY sends out the Ignite. And them down, going to pull the lane away. Meanwhile, very hard pushing sort of lane strategy going on here. Using Lone Druid to its fullest advantage.
They've got Sniper coming in as well, so this is going to turn into a mega like backline push of the ranged heroes.
Yeah, that's the real benefit here. Once you get the Dragon Lance. Ooh, kills happening all over the place here. Wen actually gets a kill onto X-Freedom, but Chuan moving on gets the big A kill as well onto Yang. And where are these kills happening?
They're happening in the top lane, Bren. I mean, HY is trying to defend a split push by himself, but he will go down overwhelmed by the number advantage. But mission accomplished for White Prize. They do get the bot lane tower. Trying to turn this into a bit of a death ball push.
It feels that way, definitely. I mean, it's definitely possible as soon as these Dragon Lances come online as well. Not really an item you get on Sniper usually, because he's got enough range as it is, but the rotation's coming in. Zhang moving forward, still does not have his Battle Fury, but it is 9 minutes into the game. It would be very impressive if he had it at this point. So he is struggling to an extent. Wen going to be hitting up these camps, and a smoke on Yang, just about fading, as they were looking for the opportunity earlier on.
Beastmaster goes for Raw available soon, and he's eyeing up this sniper kill in the mid lane, but need to keep in mind HY is not going to let anybody just walk all over a sniper. But in the meantime, White Prize will split up and just make use of all the farm on the map.
HY has a few wards to place. Get round to that soon enough. No good a seat available. And it's actually a 4-man rotation to this top lane again. White Fries trying to push the issue, force down these towers with their superior pushing potential. They leave Big A to defend this mid, sent out the Shrapnel, going to be pushing in the lane, but in 4 men rotating into this top lane, this tier 1 should be falling pretty rapidly, and look at that. Power is melting.
But they are making a split push into the mid lane in the meantime. Even trying to chase the kill onto Big A. Oh, nice turnaround with the Warlock.
Dropping it on the Wen, eating it. Fatal Bonds connecting onto all of them, and Bazaar forced to back off there as Wen bit off a little bit more than he can chew. Was not expecting that rotation from Whitefries. And not only that, but the tier 1 up top, SSS, picks it up and immediately rotates the mid to help the team take down the tier 1 mid as well.
Yeah. With that, they left SS just to deal with that top lane tower, and they got that as well as they got that kill onto the Beastmaster as well, and they just got to snowball more of that again onto this mid tower as well. And it's just, towers have got, I think all 3 towers have gone down in like the span of what, 4-5 minutes?
Ooh, Assassinate connects onto WL, Fatal Bomb's going to be spreading that damage around. And with this Warlock on, they're just pressing the issue, tier 2 falling almost immediately here. A lot of damage coming down, half HP. They forced to back off as the Golem was about to go down. But is this going to be a bait? Are they going to be trying to force them into another engagement just by backing off? It looks like they are for real just going to go back and farm.
Radiant's top tower
Yeah, it's playing it safe, knowing that those heroes they injured earlier will be plump and healthy. And they're trying to make the counter push in this mid lane, but I wonder if Centaur's got that blink online soon now. Actually, he's 1,000 gold off, so he can't really defend this out, but it's okay. They've got Shrapnel to delay that in the meantime. Looks like a little smoke maybe on there, on the side of Bazaar, yeah.
Yeah. Cover up for it. We're seeing what opportunities they can present themselves, rotating down to the bottom lane. Again, nobody here, so really know what they're playing at with this smoke, rotating all the way around. They're not too sure where the positioning is right now. They might walk into CH. And just ships passing in the night.
Oh, they got all 4 of the bounty runes there. That's 5 bounty runes. Sorry, that's something you see every day. I'm sorry, just a little appreciation. Anyway,
Bizarre.
no gank.
Yeah, they moved the Baron. Obviously good for a scouting tool. We'll be seeing that Bazaar just waiting around in that location. But now, playing it quite slowly. In fact, Whitefries moving into their own jungle. Moving around as a 5-man, not wanting to get picked off. And I imagine they will look for the next advantage, I guess the next item spike timings. Gentle Warrunner, Mr. X Freedom over here working towards the Blink Dagger. They going towards a Shadow Blade. As soon as they hit these item timings, the power spikes will rise, and I imagine they're going to start grouping up for the next engagement.
Anti-Mage has got his Battle Fury now, so the time a ticker is underway, whether or not, how long until he comes online. I guess it can be up to Whitefries to kind of pick him off, but they haven't got too many tools to actually find the Anti-Mage and keep him pinned down for long. So it's going to be one hell of a burst. I think they'll need to actually take out the Anti-Mage.
Farming time for the Anti-Mage. Pretty much a lot of pressure here onto the side of Whitefries, not Whitefries, sorry, Bazaar, to buy time for the Anti-Mage. That's the sort of lineup you can see them going for here with the Lone Druid. They push, they take a lot of objectives before Anti-Mage can truly get online. I mean, he's trying his hardest to farm up. See his wave equilibrium's going down.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Bazaar struggling to find placements here. X Freedom gets initiated on into the back lines. The Roar comes out. Static Storm as well. They want this kill onto the Centaur. The rotation's coming in. Centaur trying to get out of there. Magnetize will take him down. Yang claims the kill in the end, and Yang actually gets forced back. The Shrapnel finds the kill onto Wen alongside the tower. The Glimpse pulling back that sniper.
I think he's not going to be too bummed out about that. Sure, they lose that tier 1 probably, but they're just instead making the fact that Big A got a 3 TP back to his teammates to try and make this push again onto the mid tier 2.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. They have the range to do it. Lone Druid just bloodlusted up, whacking away at that tower. Dragonlance and melts them in hand means to be one very dead tower. Sniper also with the Dragonlance. It's long range sieging machinery that they've got built going on. Like it. Trying to build and break down the Anti-Mage before we can get going.
And the problem with being an Anti-Mage as well is if you've got to deal with these 5-man lineups, and you need a lot of items, I think, before you can start taking on teams pretty much by yourself. So it puts Well, it does put a timer to Wi-Fi's as well. It's a bit of a pressure for your Bazaar team to kind of just keep the pushes delayed and happening on Wi-Fi's.
So I'm going for a smoke here. Once again, completely opposite sides of the map, so I can't imagine this is going to be connecting onto anyone. Running it in, it might be just a deep scouting mission to place some deep wards, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Yang gets that nice cliff ward placed, sending in the Hawks.
They want to get that tier 1 tower, but they're going to be fine with that over on Wi-Fi. So they're like, okay, we'll take this this last tier 2 then.
Yeah, it's really shown a difference in timings for these sort of compositions that they're running. Slow siege, waiting to buy time for the anti-mage versus the sort of fast pushing lineup. The TPs are coming in now from White Freedoms. Looks like they might, or White Fries I should say, trying to test this. Here we go, Stampede moving in, Blink Dagger coming in. Static Storm connects, but that's a chaotic offering onto the 2 of them. Are they going to be able to find it? The Raw committed as well. Fatal Bond's doing a lot of damage to them. Stunning up for a long time. When falling quite weak, gets stunned up. That will be a second kill going their way. Trying to run down these players, but pretty much scattered all over the place. Look at Zhang just trying to buy time for his team, cutting in the mid waves.
Yeah, and it is making a slight little push, but X-Freedom has clocked onto it. He's already gone to his mid lane now to clean up that initial push in. But again, I don't know, just as fat as the AM is getting, so is the Lone Druid, and I'm feeling a Lone Druid a lot stronger than an AM round about now.
Absolutely. Lone Druid working his way towards that Shadow Blade. Going online with all their items. It's on about 10k net worth right now, much higher than the Anti-Mage. Of course, Anti-Mage is going to be spiraling out of control pretty soon with that Battle Fury, but to get to that point in the first place. Glimpse comes back, SS getting brought forward, utilising his bear, just keeping it in one place for now, but the team is there to back him up. Shrapnel going to be giving them vision of the high ground, which means they can just assault this using the bear as the frontliner. Exactly what they're going to be doing. Bloodlust hopped off onto them, using the aura buff as well. Going to be transforming there and back again, trying to bring it down. The raise does take down the bear, but immediately just comes right back up again, and the assault continues. This slow siege, what do you do against it? Bear, fall, taken down, not brought back again. That's another 600 gold fed to QEON there, but the tower falls, and the Fatal Bonds connects onto absolutely everyone, forced into an unfavourable position here. White Price still looking to press the issue. This rack should be falling.
Well, AM's doing probably the best thing you can do, and that's just split pushing, you know, trying to play off the fact that what they're doing is just as costly. They are sending some TPs back now to actually deal with the AM, but he can just easily get away just with his blink alone. So they do lose HY, but somebody had to tank that glimpse in the end, and I think out of all the heroes you wanted to pick, it probably would have been the Ogre Magi.
When are they going to start taking up these shrines is what I want to know. They have the opportunity to do so.
Ah yes, very good point, Brett. So they can start doing, I think that would be the next step really choke out that AM. So at least if he TPs back to his base, he can't just, or if anybody stays about in the base for a long period of time, he can't just rejoin their AM or restart another push. Oh, they actually clocked onto the AM. They want to all get on top of him right now.
Are they going to have enough lockdown though? That's the question.
They even got Shadow Blade on the Lune Druid. Oh.
Next Freedom has spotted him. They're waiting for the blink. Invisibility on the
Oh
Centaur.
my god, they're gonna get, I think they'll get him here.
Stun. Runner comboed up. Beautiful work so far. Assassinate comes out. Oh, escaping. Really needed to time their stuns well for that one.
I think Big A, I guess he was, you know, heavily out of range, and because he used his assassinate instead of just right clicking the AM, didn't really affect him as much. He's got that level 4 spell shield, so it's just like a scratch to him basically. Whilst just a couple of clicks of a sniper right click would have been much better.
Well, HY will be the sacrificial lamb once again, pushing a little bit too far forward in the middle lane. He will fall, and well, Zhang is finding his items. 11k net worth, and he's bought a bit of time for his team as well. He's got that Yasha on the go, recipe for the Mantis Star stored. All he needs now is that big old ultimate orb, and he will find the next major item.
So They find pickoffs here just because AM is splitting the map so much that they're forced over on the side of White Price, kind of split up a little bit, and this is all well and good in an AM and disrupt the world. They can just pick off these players in these poor positions, and he has got his roundabout now, and he's even building into a basher next, so he's really going to be primed to getting these pickoffs as well. It won't be enough if they send just a certain player back to deal with the AM. It has to be particular heroes to actually defend out some of these split pushes.
Yeah. White Fries are in a weird scenario where they're realizing, oh god, if we let this anti-mage get a little bit out of control, because the timings are getting missed here. This is the top tier 2 going to be falling here to the anti-mage. Zhang's bought so much time for his team, he's moving even further forward, so the TPs are forced back, and I think White Fries now are in an uncomfortable position where they have to decide, well, how are we actually going to be dealing with this anti-mage now?
I think they had the right idea in the first place where they were pushing racks. I think if they just kept pushing it, pushing it, I still think an AM at that point wouldn't have done as much damage as like the Lone Druid and the Sniper and any dropped golems or whatnot during that little fighting period. But you know, they're just not going one way or the other. They keep going, oh, we'll push out this lane a little bit, oh now we need to go back for AM, okay, AM, and it just kind of does a bit and wastes more time, and time is all AM needs right now. He is slowly building his arsenal and I could see him completely shutting down Sniper, because Sniper's not having a good farming game because he decided to go back for the Shadow Blade instead of a farming item.
And Maelstrom may have been a better choice in this situation, just to clear out those waves. He's missing loads of CS on mid.
I think it's to avoid the glimpses as well. There's Shadow Blades.
Freedom forced to pop the Stampede, get the hell out of there. As Zhang just forcing the issue a little bit, bringing them down quite weak. Bears are hidden when into the tree line.
Oh, I just realised they've picked up these Shadow Blades because I think they want to knock off the spell shield onto Anti-Mage.
What, with the Silver Edge?
Yeah, they've got the Silver Edge up on Lone Druid now. I think that's probably the same idea that they're going to go with the Sniper. And once they've tagged him up, that will make him very susceptible to Centaur Warrunner, to Warlock, to Ogre Magi. So good itemization actually, but it's really a, you know, if they can pull it off sort of thing, they need to catch him with it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure they'll let him do. He'll actually be susceptible to that, especially if they know he has it. Very quiet game.
It is. It's all quiet, isn't it? It's not a lot happening because I think, again, White Fries realise, oh god, we've let this anti-mage kind of crawl out of control out of nowhere. 22 minutes in and the man has found incredible amount of farm. He's got the Vanguard, he's got the Manta Star, working towards that Skull Basher and Abyssal Blade eventually. It's actually insane. If we just take a quick look at the gold per minute, he's on 650. Same as Lone Druid, but bearing in mind the amount of buildings they've taken is almost exactly the same. And they still have made no attempt to take down these shrines.
I think they need to maybe split push off with. I think they need Centaur in one lane, Lone Druid in one, and then the Sniper and the two supports in another. Here we go. Stop all the split push.
Right into Yang. They're gonna wait for it. They fear him up, rake him up. Savage Roar, Root as well coming out, rakes it off. Back. Freedom trying to find him. Is he going to try and wait for the Blink Dagger? Good roar, but the Chaotic Offering just about misses him. Meanwhile, Zhang moving into the back lines, TP's away. And Wen also somehow hightails it out of there. They wasted the Chaotic Offering.
And with that Manta Star as well, you can, like you just saw before you could Manta out of those roots as well. So not even the Lone Druid is a good way to counteract that anti-mage anymore.
Here gets popped off onto SS, but the Rolling Boulder will still commit. Root ends up getting broken. Rolling Boulder to try and save his life, but no. Going to be WL falling in the end.
That fear was still a very good idea coming out from the Lone Druid because it stopped Earth Spirit putting on an additional Stone Revenant that would have boosted his Rolling Boulder.
'Tis mine.
Okay. Grouping up. SSS just trying to farm up those ancients, get in a position where they can man fight the Anti-Mage. It's the lockdown they're super struggling with. Now they're going to be going for the Roshan here from Medallion. Minus armor him up. Multi-cast with the Bloodlust means that Big A is going to be pretty happy, and SS also just slamming home. Double damage on the sniper. Roshan will be falling. Now WL to try and initiate in, but I don't think we'll be seeing any attempts anytime soon, and the Aegis will be going to the Lone Druid.
So this is a nice step. They can use this as a tool into their high ground push, make it escalate a lot longer, let Lone Druid kind of step out of line and play a bit more dangerously to just in exchange for more damage onto these the racks and whatnot.
Pinging off Yang like they wanted to take him out, but again, thinking twice about it, Whitefry is forced to back off. And they are struggling to find a decent engagement to go in on. They can't really split push because all the lanes are being pushed in here by Anti-Mage. Try and go on a single player, and even if they pick up a support, still Anti-Mage is going to be constantly split pushing and forcing their attention away to somewhere else. Wen's doing a brilliant job of creating vision.
Wen is trying to go for maybe some split push, but well, actually no, he spotted out Lone Druid. I was a little bit worried that he would come out to kind of cut the creep wave, but all he's done is maybe essentially showing his position to the Lone Druid. But I don't think
Anti-Mage has found Lone. Going to be running him down. Break comes out. Mantis Style pops out as well. He can TP away at a moment's notice, but I think it's Mantis Style illusions. He ends up committing the mana break there.
300 gold.
300 gold, mana void, I should say. Meanwhile, in the top lane, WL in a bit of trouble. Bazaar is going to get picked up by Big A. But you trade one player for another. And by player, I mean Bear. Not really a big pick-off, is it? Still, losing a support from Bazaar going to hurt them a little bit, but still, like, what, 600 gold lead going their way? And it's a 4k net worth to Bazaar right now. They've somehow found their footing back into this game.
I mean, I think the grip it's only getting easier for Bazaar at this point, and I think if you're over on Whitefire now, you might be thinking, maybe we should take this into the ultra late game, where you're thinking how you're going to defend your high ground from these things, and getting your sniper and Lone Druid just like obnoxiously huge.
Mocha 10 by Whitefire. This I feel like should have been happening a little bit earlier. They missed the ball a little bit. They still have SSS in this bottom lane. I think they're going to be attempting here the Rax push, but with Anti-Mage at a moment's notice, maybe in a bit of trouble moving forward. Bo's going to get cleared up. Lone Druid's there taking a bit of damage. Still moving into the back lines is the smoked members of Whitefire. Twan going to be sending in those remnants. The Bear falling very weak, just about gets out, but these right click damages is going to force out the glyph here. Still, Zhang meanwhile
is fighting back though.
Exactly, going to be bringing down this mid-tier 1. The Mantis Star popped off, forcing out a glyph of their own. Rax is going to go down, the melee Rax at that. That's going to force them back, but the Roar comes out as well as that. The stun, they have caught out HY. Going to be a kill going towards them. Not quite there to pick up these players on the stun. They dropped the boulder, but not going to be good enough. And Zhang is just slamming home this tower. Almost brings down a tier 3 by himself.
I mean, that was a pretty good trade in a way that they got a bottom Rax over on Whitefire's, and AM only managed to get some damage onto the tier 3. But he also picked up a tier 2 as well during that little engagement, so it's still looking better for Whitefire's, but now they just really need to keep that mid lane pushed out.
It's a struggle for them.
It's going to be hard because the next time AM pushes, like split pushes, he's definitely going to take that mid tower no matter what lane pushes in.
Notice Lone Druid still has the Aegis as well. Not making good usage of it. It's bought a bit of space for them when they're taking down the Rax. Yes, they take down the melee Rax in the bottom lane, but look how far it's been pushed in by Zhang. So hard to keep on top of this, even when you have the superior creeps coming in.
And look at AM, look where he's going.
Great for the bottom Rax, yeah. Like he's going to try and buy a bit more time for his team. The initiation comes in. WL will fall to the double edge of X Freedom. But again, you lose one player. The rotations are coming in. The TP's here by Big A as he's rotated back in. Burning wants to go for this mid tower. He's going to be trying to get the back door going on it. TP's forced out. Mantis Style popped off as well. TP's cancelled meanwhile in this top lane.
Oh no, AM
is back. Beautiful stuff. AM moving forward. He's brought Big A down to slivers of HP. Mana Void not going to be killing him off. But Mr. Zhang here, trying to still force down these creep waves. QE or HY just running him down. Sends out the ignite, but not going to be finding enough to stave him off just yet. That was a great TP cancel going on from Bazaar there. In the meanwhile, they did sacrifice their disruptor here, Mr. Yang, but bought them enough time to take down that mid-tier 3. And now they can start to focus their attention onto the shrines as well. That
would have been absolutely huge if they got the kill onto Big A as well. It did look like it, but thank God for Centaur Roar and they're popping off that Stampede, letting Big A actually get out of that sticky situation.
Thank God for Sniper's absolutely terrible mana pool, I think we should be saying. Because he took no damage from the mana boy.
Yeah,
but
that's a very good point.
Ends up falling to QEON there in the top lane, I think. Indeed it was. It was a bit out of position. That's a 3 times killing spree going their way. How much gold is that? Almost a 1.5k net worth swing once again.
And even build them heart.
Building a heart, goodness me.
So he can stop like tanking these like towers by himself, pretty much making the creeps push along with him. So
no, I hate to say it, but when anti-mage gets this out of control, when you don't have the lockdown to deal with it from an early on offset, what do? Can you do?
You can push it to the ultra late game, I suppose, because believe it or not, like in the much later stages of the game where I guess mana regen and stuff like that isn't that big of an issue, stuff like that.
Yeah, he's much less scary.
Yeah, he's much less scary, but then again, it's changed a little bit because the talent tree 50 seconds off a Mana Void cooldown is pretty good, to say the least. So that makes him a bit more of a powerhouse in this late game. But I could see you know those sort of games where you played, Bren, where you played up against a sniper that's been losing or something, and he claws it back. He gets like a huge amount of like damage onto him, and he's just like a lighthouse of just pure sadness, shooting his beam of just death at you, and you can't get anywhere near him. Even an anti-mage will struggle.
Playing 5-mans with the boys, and they mess up a chronosphere. I remember it fondly. Letting that sniper escape away with a shadow blade because nobody's carrying detection. I'm getting triggered.
Not just one sniper, you've got technically 2 snipers on that team as well.
Yeah.
So I guess if the backs really get pushed to the wall, it's going to be a annoying game for Bazaar. It's an annoying game for both of these teams, really.
A gift from the Tempest of Battle.
Still, Zhang just happy to farm up. Looks like he's going for that butterfly as his next item. I can understand that. I was saying maybe the Ags, but again, what would Ags do really when you think about it? And he's actually going to be pressing the issue here against the shrines, forcing White Fries to rotate into him.
Yeah, there's nothing really the Ags can do here, to be honest, unless he wants to lay down some fatal bombs of his own.
Going to be trying to jump onto them, but well, Zhang's already out of there. Try and pause.
Well, Bren, I hope you weren't expecting to get some sleep tonight, because this is going to be one long game, I think.
Oh, need the sleep. Try and move forward. We ended up.
Nice
ring down. Stops up the Requiem, but not going to be good enough. Yeah, excellent TP cancel there from White Prize and finding a much-needed pick-off to find them ways back into the game.
I wonder when it was going. Oh no, he's not going to cut the creep wave. God, look at SSS, he's a hunter! He wants to get this kill!
He's so quick. He's so quick! Right clicks!
Oh my god!
Oh. Right, gets glimpsed back. Still, White Fry's happy to push us in now with that one pick advantage.
No, but the split push isn't good enough for Mayhem. He hasn't bought enough time, and they've got. This is an excellent opening for White Fries now.
Tron forced to buy back, but remember he's going to be on map. Pretty much half of his soul is going to have a none available. Still the fear coming out to the anti-mage.
Oh my god, the fear!
Big magnetizing to the back. Picks up the sniper almost immediately. BKB's forced out. The upheaval as well. Trying to put in this damage if they possibly can. White Light going to be putting in the work to stun off Twan. More staff up onto the high ground. Does escape in the meanwhile. Still, White Fries falling to pieces here. Into the back line, Zhang moving even further forward, seeing if he can find an opening, getting body blocked by the bear, but he does have that added catch-up mechanic, the blink built in. Instead, opting to go for high here. WL is going to fall in the end, trading 1-for-1, but well, he will be falling eventually. And there we go, killing spree. The root comes out. SSS wants to fight. The Upstyle comes out. Fear popped off by SSS once again. We're going to see Yang in a bit of a sticky situation. Forced back. Abyssal Blade onto SSS. Moving back. Even further forward. No mana available. Rooted, though, is going to be blinking straight onto him, I believe. Haste Rune popped off from SSS, so he can escape out of there should he so wish. What is going on in this game?
Wow, that was very, very manly coming out from SS there, but if he gets that anti-mage is much stronger than him right now. He's actually got the level 25. I'm surprised he hasn't picked out that talent tree yet for the... Oh, he's got the level 25 in agility. Okay. I thought he would prefer the burst potential, but instead he's going to go for the plus 25. He's also going to pick up that Aegis there. We're going on to the anti-mage right now. He's brought down very low.
Still, no Aegis in hand for the anti-mage. Going to be backing off, let that heart regen come into effect. Queen, meanwhile, dying. He'll be respawning pretty quickly. I think he's got that negative. Yeah, he does. Minus 35-second respawn. I was wondering how he was getting back so quickly, but there we have it.
Ah, yes. So,
interesting game we've got here. I
mean, Lone Druid still has a lot of room to improve upon here. He's still got like a few fair slots, and he can even throw some things onto the bear as well. So I guess if the issue with the TA earlier will not be happening for SS. They're all quite timid, really.
Shadowfiend. Yeah, it's a lot of big plays being made here. Shadowfiend needs 2 more souls until he can get that full amount of damage available to him.
Oh, there's a good pickup from Lone Druid. He's going for the Bloodthorn. So he can manta after that that initial route, but can he manta out of a Bloodthorn and a route?
Not quite. Lotus all picked up by the Warlock though. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's
reflect well.
Prevent,
it's also the spell, isn't it, as well? So
yeah, shut down Beastmaster.
Decent job.
Also, you can lay it on then any target that's been glimpsed as well, because you know that they're going to be receiving a lot of hate in the coming seconds. Let's not forget there's a Shadowfiend in this game who's just reminded us with a Eye of Skadi pickup. We haven't really seen him have much impact as he did the last game.
Yeah, he's just hanging back, really, farming up passively. He can understand and he can really afford to do so. Actually, just he's got his anti-mage creating so much room for him. I've been in a situation with this, what the Shadowfiend's in right now, where you're just picking up the scraps off the table. Right? They're just falling off. Anti-mage is just suck. Like he's literally vacuuming every creep off the map and turning them into like fast processed meat, and he's just consuming it at the same time, just in one continuous streak. Gold.
You may have the easy camp, and you're like, okay, sure.
Exactly. You're like desperate. You're like, oh, I don't have enough souls. Can I please have a creep? Come on. But yeah, he's it's a happy situation, to be honest, to be in, because your anti-mage is powerful enough to hold his own, and you've also got this second like sort of backup carry that's slowly building away. Look, he's building into the Skadi, so a lot of stats being built.
Speaking of vacuum, he has picked up a butterfly during his vacuuming adventures.
Oh my god.
So now they haven't really got a reliable damage source onto him in the Sniper and the Lone Druid.
He's gone for the plus 25 agility as well instead of the Mana Void.
Bit questionable, but
I don't know, it's not bad. You get a lot of armor.
Yeah, well, obviously, none of these level 25s are going to be bad, are they?
I don't know, there's, wasn't there that plus 6 treants meme?
I don't know what you're talking about. That was just way too powerful.
Classic. Lyredit army is here.
Look at that. Radiant's killed.
Oh, that's tasty. Didn't quite get any cargo sniping off it, but they ping out the ward.
You know, be a cool pickup on the Lone Druid, a Aghanim Scepter. Get that bear as acting as the 6th hero.
True.
Actually, what's he gone for the? Oh, he's gone for the 1.5 entangle duration. I thought he would actually have the Savage Core Roar on cooldown.
So he has.
It's just we're getting to that point where everyone's turning level 25 now, so we're just having a quick flick round. Because I'm not sure. I'm not at the level of Dota where I know all these off by heart. Are you, Bren?
I don't think many people are, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, the patch has been out for quite some time, so obviously, casters, analysts, pro players are going to know the majority of the most played heroes. But
I think I'll know like maybe the popular heroes, but you know, some of these more.
If you were to ask me a random hero, I could not tell you. Not even heroes that I play a lot of, to be honest.
You know, it'd be cool.
It's just as the game, because they're all quite situational, right? They all come to whatever you need in the game. So I don't really need to remember. I make a decision there and then, thinking where the game's going to go.
Yeah, but what if you're playing against somebody? You need to know roughly what strange interaction is happening on. And there's no obvious clear way about it that gets shown.
Click on them.
Like, yeah, but it's still fiddly.
You click on heroes all the time in Dota. You're always checking items and.
I want it on the scoreboard. Why not?
I see. Easy mode now, is it?
Well, some of these things you suppose you don't always think about. You're just like, oh, I didn't know Klinked has fucking 25% extra evasion out of his ass.
Klinked is one of those heroes where. He's not really played in the pro scene, is he? But when I play against him in matchmaking, I always think, oh, for God's sake, because more often than not, when I play against a Klink, is when I'm playing support in a 5-man. And you're just like, oh, for God's sake.
He's in a good place right now. He's like, it's for the right lineup sort of thing. I know EG might pick him up here and there. It's just one of those, he's very timing based. If you fall behind with him, it kind of sucks, and you can only get like one item, and then suddenly you have to get your BKB.
Interesting that White Fries have turned this massive gold lead all the way around to only a 2.5 gold lead towards Bazaar. Bear going to be destroyed. Brute comes out. Raw as well. Static Storm popped off into the back lines. Meanwhile, WL putting in the damage. A lot of work being put into it. SSS ends up falling, moving even further forward. The Sonic Arrow. And what am I talking about by Sonic Arrow? I meant to say Force Staff. That was a complete wrong phrase. But regardless of that, they picked up 3 kills coming out. Pretty strong and fast. No buyback on Mr. A-Big, so he's not going to be able to defend this high ground coming in. Lone Druid does have a buyback. Warlock does as well, but moving even further forward, it's going to be that 5-man push straight down mid. You're going to see what they can get done and what damage they can do. Is this the end, Turbo?
Well, the Sniper doesn't have buyback. The Lone Druid does. I think he's even got a talent as well that lets him. Yeah, he's got 40 seconds minus talent as well. I mean, I guess he didn't even have to buyback at that point of the game, but they will buy back just to make sense of it, and now it really is do or die for White Fries here.
Forced to go back because obviously the bottom lane being pushed in. That's the benefit of having that melee Rex disappeared.
Actually, I think that range rack is going down.
It's gone. See ya. Yeah. Can't defend that. I mean, still, why not take the opportunity while it presented itself? Sniper going down with no buyback. Don't get that every day.
I think it's just counting on that they just have to make one more mistake now over on White Fries, and I think it's very possible. Dota, like, everybody makes mistakes in Dota constantly. I don't think there's no such thing as a perfect game that's happened so far. So it's very understandable for them to wait on the mistake coming out from White Fries. But I've learned something, Brent. I thought the Lotus Orb had a stronger dispel, sorry, but it's actually just a basic dispel, so it will not purge off the Beastmaster Roar. And I think the Warlock CH did not know that either. And when he went in to like dispel off his buddy who got roared up, he just sat there and got punched.
Smoke attempt here from White Fries, moving in. Markings are being made on the map to see if they can collect a player or two. Still right down the middle lane here. Are they just going to go... Oh, okay, I thought they were going to go straight to the high ground and try and go for the Rex, but I mean, backdoor protection would prevent that. Still just holding up on the high ground here. Big A waiting patiently. The bait is set and the team moves further inland. And yeah, that's exactly what they're going to be doing, moving in for the Rex.
AM even TP backed as well to defend this.
Raw into the back, Static Storm to follow it up, Chaotic offering connecting the two, with in a bit of trouble, moving in the right clicks as well from X Freedom, Requiem pops off by QEON, finding these right clicks, double kill. QEON in a bit of trouble. It's a triple kill, mega kill streak for Zhang. And only one singular buyback left on the Centaur War Runner. This is going to be, I think, game set.
They need to go straight to the throne here. No messing about, no getting racks, maybe even that. Just get to the towers. And HY's like, what the hell am I supposed to do here?
He's stood there just thinking, come on guys, GG is
Okay,
called.
we can do that.
Oh wow, GG. They realise it is over. They missed their timing.
Those middle barracks
That's
are
the
fall
face
radiant.
disappointment. And the grand final is going to be going to Bazaar in the more climatic mid-fights that we've seen that game. Bazaar.youth going to be meeting the sister team Bazaar Gaming in the finals, or in the regional qualifiers, I should say.
Yeah. That's very... I bet Bazaar organisation are going to be very happy with their decision.